A single $5,000 smart mine can instantly turn a multi-billion-dollar naval task force into a group of defenseless sitting ducks. This is the brutal reality of naval warfare that the Belgian Navy City class aims to rewrite forever. For over a century, clearing these hidden ocean killers has been a virtual suicide mission, forcing 30 sailors to slowly steer a vulnerable vessel directly into a lethal minefield. But on June 24, 2026, at the port of Ostend, the christening of BNS Oostende M940 marked the official death of this century-old tactic. Leading global defense analysts argue that this 2,800-ton behemoth is not just a new ship, but the world's first operational drone mothership. With a length of 82.6 meters and a width of 17 meters, BNS Oostende M940 is 5 times larger than the old tripartite class it replaces, sacrificing heavy deck guns to carry a massive fleet of 80 autonomous robotic systems. By launching its unmanned swarm from dozens of miles away, the crew remains completely safe in comfortable air-conditioned control rooms, leaving the dangerous work of locating and destroying mines to a coordinated network of air, surface, and underwater robots. This €2 billion joint program between Belgium and Netherlands is the most ambitious automation project in naval history, built to protect critical offshore energy grids in the North Sea from covert gray zone sabotage. On paper, their only tactical salvation in this dangerous maritime corridor is this revolutionary standoff strategy. Before we go on, you think robots will completely replace human sailors on the front lines of future naval battles? Subscribe to the channel to join our defense community, and tell me where you are watching from. At the heart of BNS Oostende M940 lies a highly integrated robotic ecosystem, managed by the advanced Umasoft software suite, which developer Exail delivered in its full operational configuration in March 2026. This software acts as the collective brain for a diverse 80-drone fleet, transforming the physical ship into a coordinated command center that remains safely outside the active danger zone. When a threat is detected, BNS Oostende M940 initiates a multi-domain launch sequence, starting with 2 UMS Skeldar V-200 unmanned aerial vehicles. Flying for up to 5 hours continuously, these aerial drones establish a high-bandwidth data link, ensuring uninterrupted communication between the ship and the assets operating on and below the water. Under this aerial umbrella, the ship deploys 2 Inspector 125 unmanned surface vessels, using a specialized launch and recovery system capable of operating in Sea State 4. These 12-meter robotic boats act as secondary motherships, carrying the sensors and smaller robots directly into the suspect waters. For deep ocean scanning, the system deploys 3 A-18M autonomous underwater vehicles. These submersibles dive deep to map the seabed using the UMAS's 120 synthetic aperture sonar, which can run for 24 hours to produce high-resolution, 3-dimensional images of objects buried under mud and sand. Once a potential mine is mapped, the Inspector 125 deploys the Seascan remote-operated vehicle to capture close-up video and confirm the threat. If confirmation is positive, the crew authorizes the deployment of a KSS3 lightweight kamikaze drone. Carrying a shaped charge warhead, the KSS3 navigates directly to the mine and detonates on contact, neutralizing the hazard. By utilizing this layered robotic swarm, BNS Oostende M940 isolates its human crew from the explosive threat, proving that the future of mine countermeasures belongs to autonomous systems. While the technological prowess of BNS Oostende M940 represents a giant leap forward, this cutting-edge drone mothership must prove its worth in one of the most volatile maritime environments on Earth, the North Sea. Since the sabotage of the Nord Stream pipelines in September 2022 and subsequent underwater cable disruptions in the Baltic Sea, European nations have faced an ongoing gray zone campaign targeting critical undersea infrastructure. With thousands of miles of gas pipelines, fiber optic internet cables, and offshore wind farms dotting these shallow waters, even a rudimentary sea mine can disrupt energy grids and cause billions of euros in economic damage. It is in this high-stakes environment that BNS Oostende M940 began intensive sea trials in the spring of 2026, testing its ability to locate and neutralize simulated underwater improvised explosive devices. However, leading naval experts argue that this revolutionary platform possesses critical tactical vulnerabilities. To protect its massive robotic bays, BNS Oostende M940 has a displacement of 2,800 tons, making it a very large target with minimal self-defense capabilities. The ship relies on a single 40mm BAE Bofors Mk for main gun and two remote-controlled 12.7mm C/F Ender machine guns. This light armament leaves the vessel highly vulnerable to modern anti-ship cruise missiles, supersonic aircraft, or saturation drone attacks, unless it operates under the protection of dedicated air defense frigates. Furthermore, the physical laws of undersea communications present a persistent challenge. Because radio waves cannot easily travel through water, transmitting high-volume telemetry from the deep-diving A-18M autonomous vehicles up to the surface requires acoustic modems. This acoustic communication suffers from high latency and low bandwidth, and is easily disrupted by ambient ocean noise or hostile electronic warfare jamming. Under combat conditions, any loss of connection to the robotic swarm could render this multi-million euro asset temporarily helpless. The global strategic impact of BNS Oostende M940 extends far beyond the cold waters of the North Sea, setting a new benchmark for naval forces worldwide. In the Indo Pacific region, where maritime security is increasingly complex, defense planners are closely monitoring the outcomes of the Belgian City-class program. Crucial maritime corridors like the Malacca Strait and the South China Sea consist of shallow, high-traffic waters that are highly susceptible to covert mine laying. For a country like Australia, protecting sea lines of communication is a matter of national survival, which is why the Royal Australian Navy is actively evaluating this mothership concept under its SCA 1905 Mine Countermeasures project. On paper, the ability to rapidly deploy autonomous systems over large ocean areas represents the ultimate insurance policy for global supply chains. The true strategic lesson of BNS Oostende M940 is that naval power is no longer defined by traditional firepower, but by the intelligence and autonomy of its robotic networks. While conventional warships focus on missile silos and heavy guns, this pioneer vessel represents a fundamental shift towards software-driven combat. By proving that robot swarms can successfully neutralize explosive hazards in a hostile maritime environment, the Belgian Navy has demonstrated that saving human lives and achieving operational success are no longer mutually exclusive. As naval warfare transitions into the era of artificial intelligence, the lessons learned from BNS Ustend M940 in 2026 will undoubtedly shape ship design for decades to come. Now that the era of the robotic mothership has officially begun, a vital question remains for the future of global defense. Can a highly automated fleet truly survive a peer conflict if a sophisticated adversary successfully jams its wireless communications? Or will navies always require a physical human presence on the front lines? Share your thoughts in the comments below.